Hello. Just to make sure we're on the same page, this should be on YouTube channel James 13 Wicca. Um, I'll put other information below, like the decks and how to get a reading. I'm just gonna make this really quick. If you're near Herkimer, New York, I am doing personal readings. I'm doing in-person readings near Herkimer, New York. If you want to look that up, if you're near, shoot me an email. I'll tell you the details. Otherwise, you can get a reading from me. Shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. This is James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much. And let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Pisces. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Pisces? Is your ship coming in? Okay. You have the Three of Wands passing over like the weather. You're not moving on it. Why are you not moving on it? Gotta make quick decisions. A lot of earth here. Okay. Earth and water tend to be compatible. So I feel like I have to make a decision and I have to stick with it to a point. You can do this for sure. Something with a social connection with the whole thing. Unexpected social opportunity is where it seems to be. Judgment in your favor, even though, because that dice traveled like halfway across the table, not for nothing, it's more of a long-term judgment in your favor. Okay. Good things are here. How do we get it? Because I'm getting currently, you're not moving on it. There's been healing in this situation. You are definitely doing well with it. For some reason, I feel like I'm regressing a little. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. As a tarot reader, I guess, whatever you want to say. The point of readings is not for you to go, oh, that's screwed, and walk away. The point of readings is kind of going, it's kind of like, this is how it's going. This is how it's playing out. Do I like that? Do I not like that? And if I don't like that, what do I need to do to kind of redirect this? Versus also, if I do like that, how do I reinforce this to keep this going the way I like it? Like, readings aren't just be like, oh, that's interesting, and just kind of like, mm-hmm. It's more like, it's supposed to empower you to like see what's coming your way and react accordingly. You want it? Let's keep that going. You don't want it? How do we change it? Or at least edit it to some point. And currently the energy is kind of like, I feel like there's a regression energy here. Whatever this is, something's like right here. They're like, we want you to have this, but you're saying, you might be regressing and going, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Be careful. This might be one of those readings where you just kind of have to step back and kind of like soak it in. It might be one of those things in the next couple days, even couple weeks, something kind of pops in your head or you see it right in front of you like, oh yeah, this is where I used to do that when I was younger and I just realized I just did it again. So for example, it might be like maybe shying away from people and not talking, or kind of like, I don't know if I should be saying something, so I'm just not. And Pisces can communicate. I feel like it's a Pisces thing, and I'm saying this as a Pisces, that if we're a little like, I don't know what's going on here, we'll just kind of like go away from it. Not all Pisces, there's a lot of different flavors. Even though the stronger Pisces, like the ones who have a lot of like fire in their charts, if they're not sure about something or it makes them uncomfortable, they can still kind of like exit the situation fairly quickly instead of giving it a chance. So be careful about what's going on here, because they're like, something really good is here. And I'm getting the Knight of Cups. It's something you actually want, something maybe you think about, but maybe you're nervous in the sense of like, I don't know if this is really for me. Queen of Cups, but afraid of the Wheel of Fortune. So when I say afraid of the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of like trying to get out of the situation. It's, again, that dice is just going to travel across the table. The Wheel of Fortune is like, it's kind of like this, which makes me feel like nothing has to go your way or against you. It's not going to go for or against you, but there's definitely random things a part of this situation, but it's neither for you nor against you, or for you nor against you, whatever. The Queen of Cups is telling me, like, I'm not comfortable with this situation. I don't know what to do with it. And it's just kind of like, I'm sitting over here on this rock, kind of like, it's not comfortable, and I'm kind of taking this, like, I'm waiting for the right move, but I'm not sure if I missed it. I want to say something, but I'm not really sure how people are going to react. I do feel like it's a Pisces thing. And I'm saying this as a Pisces, so if I'm wrong, take it with a grain of salt. We have these moments where people just, even though we say something that makes sense, people whiplash it around and make us feel like we just said the stupidest thing on the planet. And it might just be like the words you choose to say something, you might be dead on with what you're saying, but they don't like the words you chose. Or it's almost reminds me of communicating once in a while and just like not transposing some numbers, switching some letters and not realizing you did it, and then going, oh, whoops. I mean, I know how to spell that word. I just was too quick, or just, and somebody making you feel really small about something very insignificant. So there might be some type of something like that going on there. So it's like, I'm very unsure about how to move forward. There might be something you keep private that, like, it just kind of bothers you, and it's like that seems to be playing on this situation where you're holding back. I'm getting there, like, saying this can be yours, but you got to call out to the ship. You got to tell that ship to come over to the shore and pick you up. And I feel like I'm nervous about that. Because I'm just like, what if that ship's like, I don't care if you want us to come over, we're not coming over. I'm nervous about it. And I just feel like I just got to speak out, and I just got to say something. I got to be careful, because, like, I don't want to be crazy, but I mean, I want to put it out there. And they're saying, you can have this, but you got to move it forward yourself. And you do have it within you to do so. And I feel like for the majority of you, you have done something like this before. You're maybe not realizing the connection here. You're not realizing that I've done this before. I got to do that again. It's kind of like, oh yeah, I've done this before and it's worked out. I got to do that again. And for some reason, I'm just not in this situation. I'm more worried about wanting to and holding on to that and letting it germinate in my mind and not actually doing it. And even though I said the word germinate, it reminds me of, like, plants. Not that I know a lot about plants, but I know, like, for example, if you're planting a seed and it's too warm, it may shoot up. It may shoot up very fast, but because it shot up too fast, it'll go. So it's kind of like, if, like, I get too excited about it and I keep thinking about it and keep thinking about it, it might just disappear before I realized I missed my chance. So there's something here. You don't have to be like, by the way, it shouldn't be like, oh my God, I got to move right now. It's kind of like, I feel like they're saying within the next 2 to 3 weeks, if you get yourself in the mindset, and with it, you have like 2 to 3 weeks from the time you're watching this to, like, do something about it. So it's not like we have to panic about it. So hopefully I'm not creating that panic energy, because judgment is in your favor. Possibilities are here. People are waiting for you to move forward. This is up. I'm getting, like, if you step forwards, the energy will be met. They will match it. There's a lot with this. Somebody definitely wants you to move forward, but they're trying to understand if you really are interested. They need you to show that there's something here to go forward towards, whatever this is. And it could be anything. Could be a job. Could be something romantic. It's possible. Pisces tend to be in love with love. I'm sure not all of us, but a lot of us. Could be something where you just want to be a part of something. There's something here. I get that for some of you, it might be like literally like writing a book, and it might be just you starting that and putting it out there. Like, it's almost like I've seen people do this, even though they want to write a book, they start writing other things, or like writing blogs and seeing how people respond to what they're writing, that type of thing. The energy will meet you. It wants you to come forward. Whatever it is, it does want you to come forward, but it's kind of like it doesn't understand if you're really interested or not. And it's kind of like, well, if you're not really interested, I'm not going to do all the work. You have to meet me halfway, and then we'll do something. But if you don't even show me that you're interested, I'm not going to go towards you. Okay. So there's good possibilities here. Yeah, because something is waiting. And it's not... That Wheel of Fortune energy keeps showing up. Like, they're not really sure that you're interested either. So whatever this is, and it doesn't have to be a literal person, the energy's not linking up just yet because you got to meet it halfway, is what I'm getting, if you really want this. I don't know if I mentioned this, the Queen of Cups showing up in the future is telling me you got what it takes to make it happen. You definitely do, but it's kind of like if you're sitting down on it and you're like, well, I'm going to wait for it to show me, it's not going to happen. If you're like, I'm going to wait for that energy to come towards me and show me that why I should give it a chance, it's not going to happen. If you don't move forward, it will end, it will move on. If you do move forward, though, I don't think it's going to be that difficult. Once you get the car started, like if you're having a hard time starting it, once you do get it started and get it going down the road, it's going to warm up, you're going to be fine. And there's going to be more choices to be made, but I don't feel like it's going to be that big of a deal. Once we get unstuck from the rut, it reminds me of, like, this is a long time ago. For whatever reason, I don't remember what I was driving, but we were in a field, and I noticed once I got it out of the rut, once I got it moving, as long as I kept moving, we were able to get out of the field. But if I stopped and slowed down, we would get stuck again. So the point was, once you get moving, you keep moving, but it's not that hard. It doesn't seem like it's that hard. It's like just realizing once I start moving, I just got to keep moving. And it's like once I'm in motion, it's not that hard. You're going to link up with this energy, and it's going to be a lot easier than you think. I feel like once I understand my role in the situation, and that's all I got to do to keep it going, I don't think it's that hard for you. I really don't. It's just understanding your role and what you need to do to keep it going forward. And it might literally be whatever you do to get it unstuck, like you get it moving, however you get it moving, you just got to keep doing that. Whatever the communication you're doing, you just got to keep doing that. I don't think it's going to be difficult. There's a lot of possibilities here. I feel like this is what you want. Whatever this is, I don't want it to be like on rails. I want to know that there's a lot of things that can happen here. There's a lot of joy here with the happiness. I do feel like I just got to remember through this whole situation, because I'm going to show you some cards here that ironically are not bad. Ironically are not bad, but they're stereotypical. People go, oh my God, that card. There's a lot you can have here. There's a lot you can create with this, but you just got to keep up with, you got to keep your momentum up. And once you know what you got to do, I feel like you can do this. Pisces is good for this. Once they realize what they need to do to stay in that positive energy, Pisces too, like we do it. We do what we need to do. We can be very loyal to the cause. Very loyal to the cause. And it's the Devil card. Yes, it is. If you could. It's ironically not bad because it talks about boundaries and expectations, and as long as you uphold the boundaries and what's expected of you, and I don't think it's that bad, the thing keeps going. But I'm getting it's not like that hard. It's just making sure you keep doing it. It's almost like, for example, if we're going to do like a work situation, it's like there's certain expectations, like I'm supposed to be there on time. You know, when I talk to this person, I got to make sure I use this type of, etiquette, whatever. Or when this person talks to me, I know they're going to use certain words I don't care for, and I got to make sure that I handle it this way or that way. I know what I need to do. You know what you need to do. It's just keeping up with it. That's all. It's just keeping up with it and keeping that balance in the situation. You definitely have this, because you've already done the healing. You know what you need to do, and you can definitely do it. And I feel like the more I get used to it, the longer I do it, the easier it is to stay in rhythm. It's almost like working out. Once you get up to what you're used to, it's not as hard anymore. It's just keeping up with it. It's just making sure you keep doing it. And it's not that bad. It's just making sure you keep doing it. You'll have longevity in this situation, whatever it is. As long as you keep up your part of the bargain, whatever that is, which I don't think is that bad. I don't know what it's going to be. It's a general read. But I'm getting this energy is going to feel appreciated as long as you keep doing your part. And the more appreciated it feels, the more it's going to give you. I think we're there. Anything else? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. It's James number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.